So, very good evening to everyone. So, today's session is all about experiencing reality. Reality is not just what we see, but how we perceive and interact with the world around us. Our experiences are shaped by our senses, emotions, thoughts, and consciousness. In an era dominated by the digital media and virtual interactions, truly experiencing the reality requires mindfulness and presence. The more we engage with reality, the richer and more fulfilling our lives become. SEMS Welfare Foundation, a registered non-profit organization, is dedicated to social impact across various sectors. We focus on education, particularly skill development and entrepreneurship, and through our initiative Digi Saksham, we have created training programs in IT, retail, and entrepreneurship impacting over 6,000 individuals. So, we are currently upskilling inmates in Haryana jails and also collaborating with the universities and colleges. And we have also partnered with banks to place over 1,500 candidates in various jobs. So, in just a short time, SEMS has established itself as a force for positive change, equipping the individuals with the skills for employment and promoting women's leadership in various industries. Coming to our speaker today, we have a very seasoned and sales and marketing professional with over 20 years of experience in the edutech industry and also in universities and consultancy. He specializes in corporate, institutional, and retail sales, brand building, and sales strategy. He is none other than Abhijit Sinha, who is a mentor and speaker, and he has impacted over 5,000 participants and built strong relationships with 2,000 plus industry leaders. And he is passionate about growth, and he also enjoys writing, reading, meditation, and sports. So it's an honor to welcome Abhijit Sinha sir to our session today. So without any further ado, let me welcome Abhijit sir to take over the session. So over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to connect with all of you. I hope my voice is audible. Any issue?
Yes, it is audible, sir.
Okay, great. So I believe there are a lot of participants here who are eager to know more about experiencing a reality. So I am also available in the chat. Just give me an understanding of your age group, what age group you are in. You can just type in your age so that I will understand what age group you all are belonging, and so that I can cater to that. So in the chat, you can just type your age so that we would know. There are multiple people around here. Yeah, okay. 19, great. Mahi, welcome, Mahi. Okay, 18. Monica Gupta, welcome. Okay. ER, Ghansham Das, 72. Okay, 72, great, sir. Badra, 22. Welcome, everyone. 26. Okay, and yeah, okay. Anyone else? Okay. So we have a range of people starting from youngsters. We have people who are already experienced people in the session, and of course mid 20s. So the most important part of experiencing reality. What is this topic all about? If you type this in the in the web, so you will have a lot of content coming in about it. The technological side, the psychological side, the meditative side, and there are various aspects of, and even the current AI, that is the AI revolution that is happening around the world. The AI influence is basically trying to touch upon reality. Now, what is reality? I will take you through this small understanding of what is reality. Any event that you are experiencing in your life, good event, bad events, or events that is happening around you. You will see the appalling problems that is there around the world, both in your life maybe or in outside the world, in terms of poverty, in terms of economic problems. You have global problems across the world. Across mental health problems are there. So all these issues are a reflection of a thought process of a society or a group of people. Now, when young people start living their life, they have particular issues. When they grow up and they move into professional life, they have a particular issue, and these issues goes on, lingering in their life. Now, reality is basically the process of observing things as it is, as actuality. For example, if I give you today, if you are feeling unwell, what is the actual problem? Are you able to see that is it a health problem or is it a mental problem? or is it something related psychological problem? So what is actual thing that is creating this problem? If you see today the conflict around the world, the global conflict, the issues that you have right now, let's say you are a individual who's trying to make a mark in your life and you are giving a lot of interviews, but you're not able to crack the interview. What is the actual problem? What is the actual reason behind that failure? So all these components, understanding what is a very critical factor for every individual, whatever things you do in your life. And that is where most of the problem is. If I take example of technology, right now AI is coming into picture. What is the formation of AI? AI using multiple layer of information to coming to what is the right thing to be done. So that is it. So multiple layers of information are required for you to analyze the problem to find a solution. India was once a problem because of its rising population. But do you think the rising population is a problem now? Do anyone talk about this problem right now? But if you go back 10, 20 years, it is a big problem about the population of India. But the problem doesn't exist anymore. So you have to understand the multiple layer of information that is adding to your decision making is taking you closer to reality. So whenever you are going for an interview, there are a lot of information about the company, the job role, the function, what you can do, your capabilities, your skills, and your everything that is there. And then you're putting forward for the interview and you're successfully completed or not, depends on all those factors. But how many factors can you take in consideration? Factor one, factor two, factor three, factor four. So there is infinite factors, right? Any global problem has infinite factor adding to the problem. So definitely we are talking about a observation where you have to take consideration of everything. If you go by Indian mythological or Indian traditional way of thinking, we have the Vedic way of observing the world, the interplanetary system, how they're all connected, the time, and whenever you want to do something really good work, the interplanetary timings and everything is matched. So they are taking different factors into account. Now, for a mind to go into different factors, is it possible to go into all the factors? If you say that I will know everything around the world and then do something and get a success, is it possible? If a country is trying to become the largest economy in the world, it is trying all the possible means. Do you think the intelligent group of people in that particular country will have understanding of those problems and they'll solve it? So many economic reforms, so many policies are produced by the government or individuals, and of course these policies are a failure. No, nobody has. And this policy doesn't add much value over a period of time. It diminishes. For example, poverty. Poverty in India has been a long standing problem. But there are multiple policies, multiple process. There is a lot of abhiyan is going on, this and that. But do you think poverty will actually solve? So trying to go into the problem is understanding reality. And what is the problem of reality? Poverty in India can never be, or ever, or around the world can never be eradicated if human beings, please listen to this carefully, if human beings don't understand that greed is factor of the decision making. Yes, poverty is only a problem because some group of people are little more greedy or they want more than the rest of the group. The resources are always limited. When a particular group of individuals aspire to have more resources for themselves, definitely they will take resources from us. So the real problem is not that resources are less. It is the real problem is resources are distributed imbalance. They are not properly distributed. If a person has anything in two in number, three in number, definitely he is taking a portion of others. So if you are consuming more amount of water, definitely you are consuming water from other person who doesn't have access to the water. If a person minimum consumes 30 liters a day in terms of his whole activities of functioning of his day, but let's say he owns a swimming pool and he wants to consume more water, from where this water will come? This water will come from the kitty of the another person who will not have that access of that water. So do you understand? So someone, when the society breeds the idea of more wealth, more consumption, it is also breeding the idea of poverty. Because the moment you are trying to consume more, that I want to consume more, you are then of course taking other portion share. So that's why poverty will never go on. Unless we believe that we start behaving, in fact, in such a way that there is nothing called as more. Today, you can see if you have a four wheeler which is very expensive, you have a four wheeler which is not so expensive. But if there is a flood, or both the car will get stuck in that road, irrespective of their cost. The expensive car will not become a boat, will not save you. So you have to understand anything that is being promoted as more is false, which is not real. Today, if you have the idea, the today's generation, the idea is to have more wealth. Like a lot of you are here at the initial stage of your life. A lot of you might be thinking that life is very tough. We have to do really work hard. You have to make money. We have to do everything. And most of you might have also have heard of this proverb that everything in life, nothing is free. Nothing is free in this world, even a lunch. Nothing is. But I would go by the option that everything is free in this. Everything is provided you can see it, provided you are experiencing the reality. Now, let me explain you how it is free. Everything is free. There are a lot of people who spend a lot of money going abroad, traveling here and there because they want to have a good time in their life. If you are working in a traveling industry, those destinations are free for you. If you are working in the traveling industry, the destination of Europe, America, US, all are free for you. So it is free. If you are an aspiring astronaut, then a day will come you will be coached or you will be trained by people who are actually astronauts. It will become free for anything that is there in life which has a cost. It is basically because at a particular moment it has a cost. A movie which is released now has a ticket cost. But if you refrain from watching that movie for some 1 or 2 weeks, it is easily available to you at free cost. But you pay money, 250, 300 money to watch that movie. After 1 or 2 weeks, that movie is free. So try and understand everything in this world is free, provided what is your intention. The idea that I have to have more wealth, like traditionally believing that I should have more money, more wealth, that will bring more security, is absolutely wrong. And you have to go to the core to see that reality. That even though if you have money, even though if you have all the strength, skills, and everything, you might not end up doing the right thing. It may be going in the wrong place. There are a lot of people who have extremely good wealth, big wealth, but they are not doing well in their life. So try and understand a particular factor cannot influence a particular decision. So a lot of you people think that I don't have good connects in the industry. A lot of you feel that I don't have a particular skill. A lot of you feel that I'm not good enough. My education is not strong. I cannot do well in my life. Absolutely wrong, because these factors are only created in your mind, in your understanding of your reality. When you understand that these factors are only your personal reality, no individual in this world can share the world at the same reality. An individual who is two brothers staying in the same family were born and brought up in the same environment, but their individual reality is completely different, a different formation in them. So all of you must understand this experience of reality is very personal and it is independent of anything. You can do anything in this world. If you don't have that particular skill, particular strength, you can develop it, you can work on it, you can proceed, go ahead and build a career on. Today, if you don't know video editing, you can learn video editing and you can do it. If you don't know filmmaking, you can do it. If you don't know flying planes, let's say you don't know how to fly a plane, you can learn it within next 2 to 3 years and fly a plane. So experiencing that reality is very important to see that everything is independent. It is not dependent on any future. So I have spoken about a lot of things and would like to know from all of you, how is it going? Are you getting the point? Anything that you want to ask, you can quickly put in the chat so that I can add to this session. Any questions, any doubts, anything you can keep on adding in the chat so that I can, yeah. Yeah. Any doubt, anything, any questions that you want to ask? Anyone? Okay, let's continue. So now, as you experience this entire real world, which is not fabricated by information. Today, if you are trying to build something of your own, you have a lot of information with you. But are those information fabricated? Are those information cosmetic or are they real? That is where you have to think through. And the moment you hit the reality zone, you are in a jackpot. What is the reality zone? When Einstein saw the apple falling, it's the reality zone. When you experience that, how you are experiencing the experience, that is reality zone. If you are sitting you're playing a video game, while playing the video game, you get engrossed in that entire activity, you get lost in that entire movement of the game of the action. But for a moment, you realize that you are just playing a video game. Especially those who are not part of the game, those who are outside the game, they are watching you. You are engrossed, but the other person can see that you are just playing a video game, but you are thinking a real war game. And mind it, anybody who is playing the game as a war game, he does very well because he is in a simulation, right? So like this, when you live your life, that you are experiencing only because of your perception, perceived knowledge of your mind, like the video game. If you realize one day suddenly that is whatever I'm thinking, that is the only coming as real world, like the video game, then you would suddenly feel, oh, this is just a video game. The world experience that I'm feeling, the disappointments that I'm feeling, the disheartened and the feeling of disappointment, the disheartened, the boredom, the depression that I'm feeling as a young people. It is only a video game that I'm experiencing. That is the moment. That is the moment you can change it. Especially with young people, there is a lot of high hopes with life. They want to do this, they want to do that. Suddenly they see other people doing it right. They are rising. There is a lot of it. It is all happening in your mind. It is not happening outside of your mind. That's why Rumi said once, whenever I see you, I see me. So whatever you are experiencing right now is not separated from you. So whatever you are seeing, let's say you are seeing that you have failed something, that is because you are seeing it because you have made the achievement very big. You have made the achievement so big that if you cannot achieve that, you are feeling failed. If it's a test exam in your school, if you fail also, does it make any difference? Not really. If it is a midterm exam, it can impact you a little bit. But if it's a final exam, 10th standard board exam, if you fail, it makes a lot of difference. See, you have created in your mind that particular activity very high, very high. And if you're not able to catch it, you're not able to achieve it, then you feel. So it is not that you are feeling disappointed because you did not achieve. It is because you made that event, that exam very high in your mind. And why do you do that? Because of the expectation of the world, expectation from you. Never do that. That is absolutely incorrect. Because at any point of your life, a particular event cannot be so high. How can it be so possible? You are talking about being successful in life. I ask question to everyone. How many of you connect with successful people every day? How many of you shake hands with successful people every day? Nobody. In a day, in your life, entire life, every day you spend time with people who are not that good in what they're doing. The auto wala, the rickshaw wala, are they very successful in their life? But they are the ones who are going to take you from one station to another. The person who's going to help you on the street is not a successful person, but he'll be there for you. So try and understand success we have built in our mind such a high concept that if you feel that we are not successful, we feel that we are not doing well in our life. So this idea that I have to do very well, I have to be definitely, I am created. And when I'm not able to achieve, I feel. So that's why you feel disappointed, disheartened, especially for young people. Never feel disheartened because if you have created something very high, then create high for something else. You get up in the morning and do a lot of exercise. Oh, exercise is something really good. You feel good about it. Sorry, that is a high. Then go to the next. After exercise, I should read a book. That is an interesting thing. I should read a book. So you maintain the same stature for each one. That is what life is. Because as individual, I hope I am with the time. As individual, nothing is bigger and smaller. Everything is equal. If you are a science student, you know there is gravitational force. There is different kind of force which is balancing a particular object, centrifugal force and all this. If you are balanced from all sides, that means the force from all sides are equal. If you are not balanced, that is where the movement happens. In your life, you have to be balanced with all the force. You have to be successful. You have to have good health. You have to have good relationship. You have to have a beautiful mind. That is also very important. You have to have good friends. You have to have good knowledge. Everything is equal. If you make only one portion very high, that is, you are making one particular force, gravitational force very high. You think that, okay, I should be successful. That is very important. The rest of the other things, health and everything is not well. Then you will end up being successful and very unhealthy. And very unhealthy and successful is a very bad combination because you have the means to enjoy, but you don't have the strength to enjoy the particular wealth. You should be also very strong in terms of enjoying the wealth that you make. You have 20, 30 crores, 10 crores with you, but you don't have the mental strength or the energy in your body to experience that. That is also a lot. So when you see this, that there is nothing more and less in your life, that is where you start experiencing the reality. There is no comfort and discomfort. There is no more or less. More and less, one, two, three, four. Ideally, we believe if you have three is better than two. Two is better than one. Not really. You have three cars, you have two cars, you have one car. Ideally, who has three cars, he'll think I'm better than who has two. Two better than not really. It, one, two, three is only a presentation of a quantity. It doesn't make anything. You right now have a particular amount in your bank, let's say 1 crore, but If you don't have an ATM machine to withdraw that money, the limit is 10,000. So how good is that money? That money is of no use because when you need that money, you'll not be able to withdraw more than 10,000. It's of no good. So this understanding will come into your mind as you start living a balanced observation. Balanced life, that is fine that you have to do yoga, you have to do reading, you have to build your career. That is fine. But these are different parts which can only be balanced when your observation is correct. Observation means your observation of things around you, how it is happening. And only that process you can experience well. Today you are feeling you are unhappy. So you take up the bike, you take up the car and you go to a resort and you go to an open sea or space or a mountain and you feel very good. What has changed? What has changed? Nothing has changed except your perception of reality. You can feel the same excitement that you feel in your life by sitting at home. If you think that you are sitting in a mountain, can you think that? Can't you think that you are sitting in a mountain? Yes, there are people because everything is a thought process. See, you have to go deeper and understand it. If you are experiencing something really good, it is because you are experiencing it as a good thing. Something bad, it is because of the bad. You are experiencing the mountain as beautiful is only a thinking that is happening in your mind that is giving you that idea of the mountain. So if you sit in a room and then think that you are sitting beside a mountain, you will start feeling for a moment, you will start feeling that you are actually in a mountain. Mind it, yes, because the mind has the capacity to create that, ecosystem for you if you are trying to think in that form. Otherwise, how writers would perform, how actors would do. Otherwise, somebody is playing an actor, he's an actor playing a role of a criminal. Do you think he actually becomes a criminal and then he acts? Or a writer writes something nasty, going to space. Do you think he's actually gone to space in his writing? Not really. He's thinking, or rather, he's feeling, not thinking. The moment you feel that you are in a space as a writer, suddenly everything around you will change. Suddenly there will be some clue, some noise, some sound that will take you to this. And then you start pouring down in your pen. That is imagination. That is how painters do. Painting do, poets write. Rabindranath Tagore, you read his poems, Picasso, his paintings, all are this format. They call it imagination. They call it imagination that you are imagining something and you imagine it very deep. There is nothing called deep though. Imagination is imagining. So that is what you don't have to travel to a mountain to feel good about life. You can feel good about life being in the traffic, provided you know how to control your thinking or your observation. In the traffic, if you are stuck, look around the people. If you are stuck in the traffic, in the situation where you are feeling very anxious and very bored, look around people. Your mind will take you to the depth. You will see the color of the vehicles around you are different. It is like a symphony, like a song. You will see the sound of the horns are in different format. It is a different sound, and you can create a music out of that sound. You know the sound of the vehicle, whatever you are listening, vroom, 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 vroom. So the sound can create a song for you. The mind has the capacity to take you to that zone and it can take you and provided you're able to touch on that, that is called experiencing reality. If you live in that particular zone for some period of your life, you will see suddenly things are changing around you. The world will change around you. Even though you are in a situation where it's a very terrible situation, but you will see goodness, good things around you. And on that, you'll be able to build up. Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for so many years, 20, 25, 30 years. But his mind was sane, his mind was balanced. He lived proper life. You cannot ask Nelson Mandela that whether your life is gone to a waste because you lived in prison. The mind is giving you the experience. And the more you experience that mind in your own format, you start experiencing the reality. You start experiencing what is right. Then you will not consume more. You will not have one after another things. ये भी खा लिया, वो भी ले लिया. No, you will not have that because the craving for a particular thing comes only when you are not focusing on the particular. That is why so many variety of foods are available in world. This variety, that variety. But the main components are same. The body doesn't understand variety of food. The body understands only glucose, carbohydrate, fats, and proteins and vitamins. The body doesn't understand anything else. But we, because of our thinking, we have created various kind of dishes according to region, availability of the product, availability of material. These are not real. These are all constructive. You can create anything at any time. You have to see that. Then you'll see that you are okay with only having limited kind of food because you understand you need only now carbohydrate, protein to be or vitamin. Not that you have to consume this, that, and all. That's why a lot of rishis, mahamunis, and all they eat less if you have gone by their way of living. They will live very simple. Maybe the sattvic food that is coming to Indian form, maybe basically because of that. Because as you start living in that zone, your combination of all those things requirement will reduce, and you will only live what is needed. But I'm not saying that you have to live like a rishi and all, but start observing that in your life, that this food is not good, this food is not. You will see it is actually not good. You will feel that, like smoking. A lot of people find it very smoking, and never able to break that because they're not experiencing it. They're experiencing the problem while smoking. They're not experiencing smoking itself. Let's say they have an issue in their life, they light up the cigarette and then they discuss. So they experience the problem rather than the smoking. The smoking is coming as a, when you actually focus on your smoking, even in the matter of time, the consumption of alcohol. If you focus it, then you see that thing is suddenly changing your body. It is increasing your heart rate. It is bringing perspiration in your body, which was previously balanced. You can see the you can actually feel the smell of the chemical. There are more than 200 to 1 deadly chemicals in a cigarette. You can actually feel the smell. You can actually feel that smell coming out of your fingers. And you can actually feel that your body is trying to get rid of that and the body is suffocating. You will be able to see that. The moment you see that, the body will reject it. You will give up smoking or anything else no matter of living very fast because that is not used by the brain, but that is the observation of reality you are giving up. The body itself will reject because the body is designed in such a way it will not consume anything which is not good for the body. So when you pay attention, when you observe that whatever you are consuming is not good, you have to observe it. I'm not saying that you have to think about it, not thinking actually. Thinking and observation is totally different. Thinking is the logical process. Observation is what it is. You are putting an attention to it. Then you suddenly see the smoke going into your lung. It is actually creating some kind of pain in your body. The lungs vehicle, the lungs, the lung, they have the multiple vein sacs and all that it is creating a pain there. You feel the pain, the multiple tubes. You feel the pain in the body. Since you are not focusing on smoking, you are not feeling the pain. You will see it is paining, and the pain is increasing or decreasing based on the consumption or smoking, the volume. So all these things are very, very important to experience in your life. And as you experience it, things change around you. There is no limitation, my friend, in this world. There is nothing. Everything is free in this world. If you want to go into a five-star hotel, people think I should have money, then I go into. Not really. You create a business plan, you create a deal for the five-star hotel. You will go and sit there free of cost. They will treat you with the food. You want to buy an expensive car? People fascinate about buying the expensive car and owning them. Owning is such a bad concept created by humans. How can you own something? It's not possible to own until unless the infrastructure supports it. You have wealth. If the particular system doesn't support it, that wealth is of no meaning. You cannot go to a village with 1 crore and try to spend that 1 crore in a village. You have to go to Dubai to spend that 1 crore. That's why those who make money, lot of money, they don't spend it in India. They go Europe. They go to other nations because that is the place where they will get the value of that money. You taking 10 lakhs in your pocket and then you try to buy something on the street of India, you will not find any product that is worth 10 lakhs buying it. It is only in Europe you find it. That means that 10 lakhs is of no value. So you have to understand you cannot own anything just like that because you say I own it. Today you have a lot of wealth. If that particular country goes into a your wealth will diminish in a second, in a decision. I have a lot of wealth in that particular country, this country, that country, and one war, one ecological problem or war will make your wealth zero. That is real. That observation is real. So you have to see all this and then function in your life and then work in your life. Then the quality of work will improve. The output of your will improve. You will do it for the right reason. When you are going to work, it should help people. That is not the objective. You should do it for yourself so that the work is right. It will obviously help you. So that is the way when you see reality, you start functioning in that mode on your own. You should be like that artist who just creates the art because he wants to create an art. He's not thinking whether I could sell this art or do something. And if you would have created enough art piece like that, a day will come that you will have also your success. Because success is never, it is not gone and earned. It comes to you. A marriage proposal, a relationship, a friendship comes to you. When you build yourself properly, it will come to you. Not that you go and get it. Those who make less income in their life, they go out and get it. But those who make big income there in life, the income comes to them because the kind of personality, the kind of person they are, it comes to them. So always remember, good thing comes, bad thing you have to go and take. This is how you start living your life. That's why my my topic is all about this because I have worked with so many people, met so many people, and in terms of understand their problems and also my problem, that the only one way to solve is to experience reality as it is and function in that. Then you will see that everything that you aspire in your life, the success, the wealth, the attention, everything will come to you, and it will not bother you anymore whether your artwork is seen by 1,000 people or one people, or if your thing is liked by people 1 lakh people or 10 people. It will not bother you anymore, and then you will see a different experience, and you will be able to produce more. You will be able to create more. You will be able to create more important work, more important content, projects, big projects, because it's not impacting you. नहीं तो छोटा small work will impact you so much that you will be confused, you will be disappointed. So my suggestion to all of you is try to see that reality on your own. A lot of Indian way, of course, meditation and all these are part of it, but meditation is one way. There are multiple ways so that you can experience that reality. You can just see something, observe about it, understand about it, things will come to you. Because it is designed. Sometimes it is called as intuition. You do something out of just your wish without thinking anything and it becomes correct. That is called stroke of a genius. That is, you do anything that becomes, or somebody is really working hard, doing very hard work and trying to create something and it is not going anywhere. But somebody casually does anything and it becomes so. These are the ways to live your life, and these are the ways that will bring the world together. The broken world today. The world is broken today in terms of being of various identities, various agendas, red, white, blue, green. These are people are broken in terms of that. It is the football league around the world, the cricketing league around the world. They create this image of red team, blue team, Chennai team. These are all breaking down because breaking down is business. Whenever you break down something, it creates business. I create a product which is better than something that will create business. Is it better? I really don't know because we human beings also live without phone, but suddenly phone has become so important in our life that it has consumed us. This idea of breaking it down is only cheating. You try and understand there are people who are propagating it that there is something better, 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 and you are also trying to reach better, better, better. But there is actually not. It is only breaking in your mind. They are segregating in your mind. This product is better. It is happening in your mind. You can make a call from a basic phone. So all these things you must observe. Degree of your observation based on your understanding and your observational quality, but you must see all this and experience the reality as it is and see the transformation that happens in your life. And that transformation, good or bad, healthy or unhealthy, you will know because there is nothing called unhealthy. Unhealthy, bad, there is nothing called bad. Bad is the perspective of something right. So from that you will take observation. There is something not called good, something not called bad. It is same as plus one, minus one. There is no plus one, minus one in terms of your observation. There is only zero. Plus one, minus one is basically your judgment. If something is good for you, then it's plus one. Then if it is bad for you, it is minus one. The observation is zero, but the judgment makes it plus one and minus one. If you are wearing a particular dress, somebody sees and judge you based on his context, it is plus one with minus. It actually is only zero. The observation is only. But if you're able to live on that zero for a moment, you will see a lot of things will transform because judgment is only your own take, which is not right. That is, you're not living in the real world. So the topic is not that deep that you have to be a psychologist or you have to become very intellectual. It is a plain observation. It is a plain way of living, plain way of observation. You must develop it to see the world, how everything becomes beautiful. Nothing is scarce in this world. This entire world right now worried about meltdown, the world worried about breaking up. There is nothing. A day will come, you will have a small algae which is yet to be discovered. It will give you enough energy that energy entire world is producing right now to it. You got my point? It is that small algae yet to be discovered. Till day will come, that algae in a bottle will give you so much of energy that it will be equivalent to the energy that is produced right now to the mechanical process. Because this entire world is renewable. Everything is renewable. It is not that today forests are breaking down, there is the ecological problem. It will renew itself. It is a renewable. You don't have to worry. Don't have, there is no price. Crisis is created by people to sell something, to create a rush. You are rush and you go and buy. Don't fall for it. There is no crisis in the world. The world is not disintegrating. The world is as it is. Only the thought process is disintegrating or not. So these are the points that will keep you in connected with reality. We are almost close to 10 minutes more in the session. Just wanted all of you to put some query questions that I can take forward and my understanding, and
Sir, I am
you
GT
can.
Garg. I
Okay, sir.
want to ask one question. You talked
Yeah,
about the war. War.
yeah,
World leaders are spending too much on the wars, for the wars, but not
correct,
spending for the peace.
correct.
It is the reality.
Absolutely reality. Yes. See, the problem is, I will tell you, sir. Today there is nothing called as peace. Okay. So the problem is the world sells you peace through war. You have to understand this. The world leader will stand on the podium. He will not talk about war. He will only talk about peace. I should be peaceful in this country. I should have peace. Now to reach that peace state, he is selling the war. He will tell only through that war. So peace is an illusory concept. There is nothing called peace. There is only as it is war. The day you see that why I am fighting just like that, automatically people will stop fighting. So whenever anybody talk about peace, don't talk about peace. Peace is an imaginary concept. There is nothing called peace. Talk about what is happening now. Why they are bombing here and there. Why they are killing here and there. That is reality. That is real. You are killed. Somebody will say, no, I have killed because I will be peaceful after some day. No, that is unreal. So the world leaders are doing that because that is where their business is all about. They create their own importance. If there is a problem, I'll go and I'll create. Now, some world leaders are good. They're able to see through this problem, but also they are stuck in the system through which they cannot. So we cannot do anything about it, but we should start having this idea that the world is not peaceful. There is no peace. There is only problem. There is only war. Then war will stop. What will happen from your end is if you start seeing that and living by this, you will see you will influence 10 people in your area or in your life who will get understanding of this through you. And he may end up becoming a minister or somebody someday and he may carry that forward. That is the only one way. Right now, we cannot do anything about the world leaders. They are behaving there. We will only change ourselves in that process and start behaving, doing action, whatever possible, and moving in that way. Then automatically, naturally, this thing will spin. It is like viral. At one point of time in technology, smartphone was not there. In a matter of 14 days or 1 week time, smartphone was all over the world. COVID was only a problem in one day in China or someday. In next 2 or 3 days, it was all over the world. Same way, when you start thinking in this format, suddenly what you see, your thought process will become viral. So viral. Within 14 days, everybody is thinking like you around the world. It's a very strange thing, and it will happen. That is why the world will not change through the reformative process as it is creating buildings, bridges, structure, but only through thought process. If you start thinking in those terms and experience and living those terms, suddenly your thought process will become viral. And that is the only one. Yes, next question.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Anybody? Any questions? A lot of participants are there. I hope they can ask some questions. Yes, very nice. My consolation. No, sir. Excellent. Excellent. Leave the world, see the world as it is. You will see how beautiful it is. And the beauty will bring out the best in you. You don't have to worry about the problems around the world, the delay of problems, the train problems, the stampeding problem. If you start living in that reality, you will not go near the problem only. I will tell you something. If you start experiencing reality by your observation, you will never end up in a situation where you have problems because that observation will keep you out of that problem. The observation is so correct that it will not take you into a situation only where you have problems. That is a very beautiful way of living, and you will see you will be never touched by a problem. You'll never touched by failure. There is nothing called failure. If you don't make a particular event very big, there is nothing called failure. It is just an act. Man, I went there, I could not go there. That is it. I wanted to go to a place, I could not go to the place. That's it. I want to become this. I want to become an IS officer. I could not become. Oh my God, my life. No, that is the problem. If you cannot become an IS officer, you become something else. Not that you become something else. You keep on doing it. So, like this way, you start experiencing reality, the beautiful world. You will see a lot of variation. You will become artist, you will become singer. Same person, one individual. Suddenly, all these qualities will come into you. You will start singing. You will start doing painting. You will start being history person. You will become an economist. You will become scientist because all are connected. you will suddenly know what math is all about. Why math? What is infinity? Infinity is all about observation. When the scientist was looking into the cycle of observation, when he could not give it an answer, then he used the word infinity because he knows that infinity. Delta. What is delta? X is equal to delta x. Delta x one is equal to delta one. What is the delta? Is the infinity. That is the variation. All things are connected, and you will see you will become a very good artist. You will become an inventor. You will become economist. You will write books. You will have a healthy life. Wealth is nothing. Wealth is automatically connected with all this, and it will come into your life because you have sorted it out. If you have sorted it out, less or more, you are living a beautiful life. Yeah. So with this, I think we are close to the session. Any more questions? Any more points that you want to discuss or understand? Please let me know.
Participants, you can ask your queries if any.
Okay.
Okay, I hope
So
everything is clear. So we can
yeah.
move to the end of the session. So thank you so much, sir. And on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to thank Abhijit sir, our outstanding speaker today. We had the chance to hear a very fascinating and thought-provoking conversation about experiencing reality today. Through his remarkable ability to convey information, he has left us with insightful discoveries and motivational concepts, and his engaging lecture has enthralled us to motivated us to study more. And we appreciate the time and effort he put to organize this educational program. So thank you so much, sir. And he explained very beautifully the experience of importance of experiencing reality in today's world, and he said that nothing is scarce in the world. We just need to find the right opportunities and live in the reality around you. So I hope it was a very engaging and fruitful session for everyone.